Hi fellow makeup fans, today I'm going to be doing a short sort of review for you, and it's actually a haul of a new product, and I was really excited to see the Beauty Chamber had it because I know a lot of people have been showing this particular item on their iMats hauls because it was released at iMats exclusively, and then I know it did go onto the Sigma website, and it is the brush cleaning mat. And I'm just going to insert some footage here. Basically this is what it looked like when it arrived. So it was packaged in this clear plastic container that actually snaps back shut, so it's going to be quite useful to store it in there. And as you can see, it's got some holes in the packaging where you can actually feel the texture of the mat. And yeah, it's a nice size. I think it'll fit perfectly in the sink. Why don't we head on over to the bathroom and let's get cleaning some brushes. So as you can see, the mat just fits in very nicely in the sink, and it's suction cupped down so it can't actually move. So it's nice and secure. I've got my Eco Baby shampoo here. This is the one that I'm currently using to wash brushes. And I'm just going to run the hot tap and get things going nicely. And I've got my brushes in the little container that I use when they're dirty. So it says on the mat, rinse. So we start, I think, up here to get some soap on them, and we wash them, refine them. There are 3 refining areas. So you've got the face side over here and the eyes over here. So these are for the face brushes, and then the refiner, I suppose, can be for either. And then these are for the eye brushes here. And then there's a rinse eyes and a rinse face here. So this should be fairly interesting. So I get the brushes wet. Let's see. So just to get the brushes wet there. And then I put a tiny little dot of the shampoo on. And I'm gonna, this one's a face one, so we'll go up here and just swooshing it round. Sort of circular motions, and then onto the refine, and then that's the rinse. And that is completely cream straight away. Really impressed with that because that has had bronzer on it and sort of a bronzy coloured highlight, and that's got all of that out of the brush, which is really, really good. I'm just going to pop and get a foundation brush as well to try. So here we go, dirty foundation brush. I really, really struggle with getting foundation brushes clean. And just going to circular motions. In fact, you can actually see the foundation coming out. Hopefully you'll be able to see. You can see the discoloration there. Into this area. And then, because it is quite dirty, I'm just going to go into this refine area, which has got lots of tiny little sort of rubber fingers. And then run some water on it to rinse it off. Get it wet, and then I'm just gonna rinse it up here. And that is actually really good. You can see a little bit of staining from the past when I've not been able to get the foundation out of the brush, but that is not too bad at all. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to actually put a bit more of the baby shampoo on. And I think you can pretty much see that that's coming away clear there now. You haven't got a lot of the sort of staining of the foundation. Okay, so I just finished off the face brushes and I'm just onto the eye brushes. I'm a bit lazy, so I tend to do some together sometimes. So I'm just doing all of these kind of eye brushes together here. I'm just starting up this area. They've just been dampened in a bit of shampoo. And now I'm going to put them on a rinse. And I literally cannot believe how clean these brushes are. These are the Zoeva Luxe ones, which I was kind of nervous to use because obviously they are creamy coloured bristles. There's not a single trace of any makeup whatsoever on these bristles. They're so pure. And the concealer buffer, which I used to buff in concealer on my eyes, this was so stained. That's come up clean. And then face brushes. So there's a couple of eye brushes there. Face brushes, been using the 3D HD Kabuki by Sigma for foundation, and that has come up beautiful. It's like new. This I used for my contour, which was hollow, and it's come up really, really nice and clean. And that was very stained. And then I used this for bronze, and that's come up absolutely perfect. And then this, which I was really nervous to use, which is the Bold Metals from Real Techniques Flat Contour Brush 301. I was using this to contour and it was pretty stained up, but look at that. It is just like brand new again. Lovely and crisp and white. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll pop these out of the way. The mat itself, when I did the one with the gel liner, which I've got two, I used the wing liner and I used the mini one. This has come up perfectly white. No traces whatsoever, which is fantastic. And I just found every now and then I just cupped my hands and got water and just kind of dropped it on it to just rinse away any kind of residue. I used a bit of brush shampoo where the gel liner had got in between the ridges and it cleaned out immediately, just kind of give it a little bit of a rub. Fantastic. The great thing is you have both hands free. You're not holding something to clean them with, or you know, you're not using it in soap or anything. You're actually able to like really go for it, and I just think it's just a fantastic little invention. And definitely all these different little knobbles and things. I definitely went into the more concentrated ones here, which are like lots of tiny little fingers. Those I use for the concealer, the contour and the foundation. But other than that, I just stuck to the 3 zones on each side, and they were fantastic. I found that I didn't need to I did my faces and I didn't look at it and think, oh, I need to maybe try one of the other side. They worked just fantastic, and I could clean one brush on its own, or as you just saw, I can clean many brushes together, which is good because that's generally how I do it, especially if you've got a lot of brushes. It's just a lot easier. And then what I would do just before I rinse them, I'd run the water to get this area nice and wet, and then just get the brush and do that. And then, yeah, just keep wetting this area so you've got, you know, some nice water there to rinse off your brushes. Very, very easy to use. I've really enjoyed using it, and it's a fantastic little piece of kit. I'm really pleased that I got it. So, slide it off. So, yeah, little suckers on the back. So I'll just lay that and allow that to dry now. And then I'll be able to pack that back up into that clear plastic container, and I'm so excited. It's actually made washing my brushes a lot more fun, a lot quicker, and a lot more effective, because like I said, the foundation brushes, I just struggled so much to get the foundation out. I'd end up washing them 3 or 4 times and still have stainage. So if I can have something where I might spend a little more time than I do on my other brushes, but if this can do it in one go, then that's fantastic for me. So I am highly impressed. So that's it for my review of the Sigma Brush Cleaner Mat. I have to say it's a huge thumbs up from me. I know I've only used it once, but I don't see it being any different. It's a very sturdy mat. It's not going to wear and tear because it's nice and thick. It's really, really good quality, so it's going to last a long time. It's going to have the same effects on the brushes every time, so I'm really, really pleased with the results. Washing my brushes has been so much easier and just so much stress-free than it usually is, and usually I put off washing my brushes, but to be honest with that, I definitely think it makes it a quicker job, an easier job, and it's just, you know, when you see really great results, especially with new brushes, because you kind of get new brushes and you're kind of like, oh, I don't really want to use them because I don't want to discolour the bristles, and yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? We want to keep our brushes pretty, so yeah, it's a bit of a shame to use them sometimes, but I know that I will not hesitate now because I was so worried about that Sigma brush and the Real Techniques Bold Metals one, but the staining, it just came straight out, so that is just super impressive to me. I think it's fantastic. And even that foundation brush, that has been there for a couple of weeks because I've been ill for 2 weeks and I was using it the week before, so that's been there 3 weeks with that foundation in it, and it came out beautifully. So highly recommend it. I got mine from Beauty Chamber. I'll link it below for you. I don't know if any of the other sellers have it at the moment. I know that I had a little bit of a look around just for a price comparison, but nobody seemed to have it. I think it was £26.95, and I know that's quite pricey, but for something that's just going to last forever effectively, I think it's worth paying the price, especially I can't speak, especially since it did such a good job. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as always. I'm going to love and leave you there and see you all soon. I've been Spacey's #1 girl, and this is the colour of my kiss.